All right, so here's the world beater, Khamzat Chimaev, wicked relevant in 2 divisions. Every time he sees you, he tries to take you down. Gotta think he's gonna try to wrestle here tonight.
That's exactly what he does, right? He wants to impose himself on his opponents. He wants to show his dominance when he's inside the octagon, whether it's on the ground in the grappling, as we saw in Kevin Holland, or whether it's him striking, as we have seen in the beginning of his UFC career. He has all the skills, but it's the mindset of Khamzat Chimaev that separates him from most fighters in both weight classes that he competes in.
And with respect to Conor McGregor and everybody else, I'm not sure that any athlete has ever taken this sport by storm quite the way Chimaev did back in 2020. Let's see how he fares in another big spot tonight. Khamzat Chimaev has stepped into the octagon. This time he wants to leave with that championship belt. All right, first title defense for this young champion here tonight, and given his rise from prospect to contender to world champion, feels like it's gonna take a major effort to unseat the new champion.
John, and he just keeps getting better. Every time he steps into the octagon, he's better than he was the last time. And now, he's carrying the confidence of being the UFC champion. When he told us he would be top 10, he said, okay. He said, I'll be the champ. He said, okay. But imagine the confidence he walked in those meetings with. Then to now actually delivering on all of those promises. This is a special athlete, John. He walked into his first title.
All right, so the tension is palpable. Both fighters have graced the octagon, ready to go here at the famed Honda Center in the Big A, Anaheim, California. All right, now our tale of the tape for this middleweight championship fight. Now for your main event introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Khamzat Boys Chimaev. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending UFC undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Chris Harder.
Mark Goddard, as good as it gets if you're a fighter. You're probably the guy you want in there. All right, so he couldn't have looked much better in wresting the belt away from the previous champion with a win by knockout, but now he's got the red corner as he makes the first defense of his world title.
But to win a world title by knockout is a crazy thing.
Massive shot gets through early. Must have been a good warm-up in the back.
I mean, he walked right into that one, John. It's a huge test, especially when it's this early in the fight.
Oh, he likes this position, half guard. Carter gets back up now. So a stunning strike moments ago. Now we'll see the extent to which his opponent has recovered.
Yeah, the opponent's tough, but his power has been on display very early.
Chimaev's bleeding from the mouth, Daniel. Looks as though there's a cut on his lip. Thankfully, he's a lot tougher than I am. Well, this man's got as fast a shot as any wrestler in all of mixed martial arts.
I love the way Chimaev fights, John. He's up and down, never allowing you to know when the level change is coming. That's why he's always so successful when he does shoot.
All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra. Carter's looking for that arm triangle.
Now he's in trouble.
Oh, that's gotta be it. Oh, he's trying to buck the hips. Looked like he got the hand ready to tap.
I mean, look at that. What a beautiful display of submission defense, not panicking in a position that is very, very difficult to deal with. Oh!
Gets back to his feet. They're certainly getting after it early. And straight punch lands. That's as good a punch as he's thrown all night.
The punch that lands down the middle, the one that you don't feel, is the ones that land perfect, and that one landed perfectly.
Look at this dude trying to hold his own still.
Oh, nice level change.
Oh, submission attempts and bunches to
Choke is in tight. He's got to be very patient, though. He does not want to rush this if he wants to finish the fight.
waning seconds of our opening round. You know our statisticians are stingy with the submission attempts. A lot of them here in round one. Oh! Oh, another body shot gets through. Gotta think he's starting to feel those in the midsection.
Yeah, and you know, if you're the opponent also, you know that you're making that investment into the body. And even though you may not be able to see the work that you're doing yet, at some point, it's going to start to pay dividends.
Well, not sure if I should knock his fight IQ, but it seems like he's sort of playing around here. It feels like the finish is there for the taking.
Yeah, the finish is there. And he needs to take his time to try and find it. Don't rush. Be patient. And in that patience, you'll find a punch or kick that will put your opponent out.
Well, you really hope that damage like this doesn't stay with him throughout his mixed martial arts career, but I'd be okay with not seeing him take another head strike at this point. Ooh, diving punch lands. 5 minutes in the books. All right, back to the stools we go, and that is a really severe cut, so we will monitor him between rounds as they furiously get the cut man in there.
This is going to be a bloody fight.
All right, well, defense wins championships, and perhaps he can shore some things up there. Here are some replays from the damaging previous round.
Well, he's got to. He's got to change some things if he doesn't want this cut to get worse. But hats off to his opponent. His opponent found the target. His opponent knew exactly what he wanted to accomplish, and he got it done. He's got to continue down the path in order to make the cut worse.
Ready?
Second round underway. Back to his feet. Oh! Oh, is that going to do it? Yes, that is it, and still! Yes, he did it! The undisputed middleweight champion of the world!
Wow, John, this guy is an absolute grinder, and he imposed himself on his opponent, and he keeps the UFC championship.
All right, to make this title fight official, here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Honors called a stop to this contest at 12 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Chris Hyder.
Well, you just heard it there from Bruce Buffer, and still, right, that was the hashtag all week, and he leaves the octagon the way he entered as the undisputed best in the world.
Yeah, he said he was going to get his job done tonight. He knew that he had the advantage. He felt like the last fight allowed for him